Here's a striking fact that might surprise you. Executives at Toyota make critical manufacturing decisions 40% faster than their Western counterparts, yet with 60% fewer errors. The secret isn't superior technology or larger teams, it's an ancient Japanese mental framework that most of the world has never heard of. Today, you're going to discover this hidden system that transforms how you handle the hundreds of micro decisions that drain your mental energy every single day. What if I told you there's a way to cut through decision paralysis, reduce daily stress, and make choices that actually align with what matters most to you? That's exactly what we're exploring today through 3 powerful Japanese principles that have been quietly revolutionizing lives for centuries. Let's start with the foundation, Ketsudan no Kokoro, literally translated as the decisive heart. This isn't just about making quick decisions. It's about making decisions from a place of integrated wisdom. The samurai understood that true strength came not from endless deliberation, but from training your mind to access both logic and intuition simultaneously. Modern neuroscience backs this up beautifully. Dr. Antonio Damasio's research at the University of Southern California shows that our best decisions actually emerge when we combine rational analysis with emotional intelligence. The Japanese figured this out centuries ago. Ketsudan no Kokoro teaches you to trust that when you've prepared your mind properly, the right decision will emerge naturally and swiftly. But here's where it gets practical. The Japanese developed a 3-layer filter system that makes this ancient wisdom incredibly actionable in our modern world. The first filter is hitsuyo, necessity. Before any decision, you ask, is this truly needed, or am I just responding to noise? Marie Kondo didn't become famous just for tidying. She revolutionized decision-making by teaching people to distinguish between what serves a purpose and what merely occupies space. This principle applies far beyond physical objects. Every email you respond to, every meeting you attend, every commitment you make, run it through the necessity filter first. The second filter is kantan, simplicity. Once you've determined something is necessary, you ask, what's the simplest path forward? Japanese culture has a profound respect for elegant solutions. Toyota's legendary efficiency comes from constantly asking, how can we make this simpler? Not, how can we make this more complex? When you embrace kantan, you'll find that most problems have surprisingly straightforward solutions that we miss because we're overthinking. The third and most powerful filter is kokoro, heart alignment. This is where you ask, does this decision align with my deeper values and long-term vision? Kokoro isn't about feelings in the emotional sense. It's about that deep knowing that comes from understanding who you are and what you're building toward. Let me repeat this system because it's so crucial. Necessity, simplicity, heart alignment. These 3 filters applied in sequence will transform how you navigate daily decisions. Now, here's another Japanese concept that might challenge how you think about consistency, Sunao. Most people translate this as obedient or honest, but it actually describes something much more sophisticated, what I call flexible stubbornness. Soichiro Honda, the founder of Honda Motors, embodied Sunao perfectly. He was absolutely stubborn about his core principles, quality, innovation, and respect for people. But he was incredibly flexible about methods. When his first motorcycle designs failed, he didn't abandon his vision. He adapted his approach. When traditional business practices didn't work, he invented new ones. Sunao taught him to be rigid about his destination, but fluid about his route. Research from Stanford University shows that people with high cognitive flexibility, the ability to switch between different mental frameworks, are significantly better at problem solving and experience less stress when facing obstacles. Sunao is essentially cognitive flexibility elevated to an art form. Here's how to apply Sunao in your life. Identify your non-negotiable principles. Maybe it's integrity, family time, or continuous learning. Write them down. These are your constants. Everything else, your methods, your strategies, your daily routines, should remain flexible. When obstacles arise, don't question your principles. Adapt your approach. Finally, let's talk about daily implementation through Ichigo-Ichi, the understanding that each moment is unique and unrepeatable. While most people know this concept from tea ceremonies, there's a decision-making application that's rarely discussed. Ichigo-Ichi in decision-making means treating each choice as a sacred, one-time opportunity, not in a pressure-filled way, but with the recognition that this exact circumstance will never arise again. This mindset eliminates the paralysis that comes from trying to make the perfect decision because it acknowledges that perfection is impossible. There's only this moment, this information, this opportunity. Here's your daily practice. Each morning, spend 30 seconds identifying the most important decision you'll face that day. Apply the 3 filters. Is it necessary? What's the simplest approach? Does it align with your heart? Then approach that decision with Ichigo-Ichi, full presence and the understanding that overthinking won't create a better outcome than thoughtful, decisive action. Let me emphasize these key elements once more because they're so transformative. The 3-layer filter of necessity, simplicity, and heart alignment. The Sunao mindset of flexible stubbornness. The Ichigo-Ichi practice of treating decisions as unique moments. Together, these create what the Japanese call mental decluttering, clearing the noise so wisdom can emerge. These principles don't just make you more efficient, they make you more authentic. When you consistently make decisions through this framework, you'll find yourself naturally moving toward a life that truly reflects who you are and what you value most. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video.